Hey guys, I'm Brad Goodman with welderskills.com. I had one of the guys on one of the other videos ask me about watching me put a dog feeder together. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to film the whole process, kind of let you watch how I actually do it in the shop, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so what we're doing here is even though all these parts are cut on the CNC router, you'll find that anywhere you can basically take your finger and find a burr on the edges, a router leaves a real sharp, crisp edge, and it will pick up trash out of the spoil board sometimes. So what I like to do is take a deburring tool and run down the edges of the parts, and then I'll make a pass on the flat of the part. And the reason for that is that sometimes if the plate moves or it chatters a little bit, it will leave some little bitty minute grooves in the cut, and that's just a good place for trash and stuff like that to hide. So I always make a good flat pass with a deburring tool as well. All right, let's do a little welding here. We've gonna get some tacks on it, and I'm actually burst tacking these parts together. And I know some people will tell you, well, you can't burst tacks, the tacks will break. Well, this is a 5052 090 plate, and I figured out that by strategically placing my burst tacks that they will hold. I very seldom use filler to tack these together. Like I said, it's 090, 5052. Both plates are the same size, so one plate's not soaking up a bunch of the heat and pulling away from the other part. So this actually works really well for me. Now, on occasion, I don't know if any of you guys ever tried to burst tack before, but if it has a super tight fit up, you will have to add a little filler in some spot. So it's always a good idea to keep a little filler on hand just in case you run into that little situation. But like I said, for me, the burst tacks work just fine. I try to place them at least maybe 3 to 4 inches apart. The 090 is bad about even if you've got the good open corner joint fit up where you're just edge of the plate to edge of the plate. A lot of times the heat, as you come down the plate, the heat will make the plate pull to the inside. So if you're not careful, you'll end up with a flush fit up, and that's not what you want for an open corner. So placing several tacks is always important when you're doing thin work like this. All right, so let's get the welding here. I'm going to kind of start down in this. There's a little 45 plate down here in the corner. You have to get through that, and then we'll come on a good long straight run. Notice I've got my elbow propped on the table, and I've got my TIG finger on my pinky on my right hand. So I just kind of use that TIG finger just to slide right down the part. And another thing you really can't see in the picture, you'll see in a couple more frames, is that I have a big heavy block of aluminum inside the part to help hold the part still, so I don't actually move the part while we're welding along. That could cause you to run into your tungsten or your filler or what have you, and you want to keep the parts as good and clean and scratch free as you can. So any movement on the table that you can avoid will keep scratches off your parts. So you're running a final pass here, and you can see the weight inside the part that I use to hold the part down. Let it on the inside this time. I usually set it up on top of the part, but today I kind of set it on the inside so y'all could see me as I weld. You'll notice my filler hand, if you'll watch my thumb, you can see I'm just barely feeding a little bit of filler in every dab. It doesn't take a whole lot on this 090. I'm using 1/16 filler, by the way. But it's real important just to get comfortable and find a way that you can just ease down through there and make the best weld you possibly can. So get comfortable. Well, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully you picked up on a few things, and here's a shot of a finished product, and I'm going to show a shot of several dog feeders. We built a bunch of these, and But look, thanks for watching, and leave me a note in the comments on what you want to see next. Thanks. Have a good one.